And a pleasant good evening to you and yours, and welcome to the Brevard Sports Network. And we are inching ever so close to the start of the 2023 volleyball season. I know that there are 4 teams coming up tomorrow night, I think it is, with an exhibition. I think that's taking place at Merritt Island. But here in studio today, for the first time, I might add. Last year we had the Rockledge Raiders basketball team in studio for the first time ever. And tonight we have, for the first time ever, 3 members of the Rockledge Raiders volleyball team, Coach Chapple's team last year. Let me see what their record was last year. Let's take a quick look here. And it was 8-7 last year. So we'll talk to them about their record last year and about what the expectations and the goals are for this year. And, of course, we're going to get to know these young ladies from left to right on your screen. Zaria Smith, Rylee Bourne, and Kellie Cousins. Ladies, how we doing?
Good.
Good. All right. Zaria, let me start. I'm saying Zaria, right? Let me start with you. First of all, tell me a little bit about your volleyball career. How long you've been playing, and you're all seniors. So, and how long you been on varsity?
I've been playing for about a little over 5 years now.
Okay.
I've been on varsity for 2 years and then JV on my first 2 years.
I remember watching you play last year against Edgewood, and I was amazed. I was absolutely amazed at your athleticism on the floor. I can remember thinking, my goodness gracious, how does she do that? Rylee, how about you?
I've been playing since 5th grade.
Okay.
I don't know how many years
That's
is,
okay.
but I got on varsity last year, so this is my second year.
Second year on varsity?
Yes, sir.
Kellie, I know it's sort of a religion to you. How long you been playing?
I've been playing for about 8 years. It's
Okay.
my 4th year on varsity.
I got you. Okay, so this is your 4th year on varsity. Last season, I know hopes and expectations were high. Kind of take me through last year real quick, and then we'll move on to this year. Kellie, we'll start with you. How would you recap last year?
I think it was a very fun year. We had a lot of successes.
Mm-hmm.
We fought in all the big games, so we felt very successful closing the season, and very sad to let our seniors go that had been with me since my freshman year.
Right.
But we felt very good. We practiced hard, ended well. It was very good closing to their season and my junior season.
Burlew, Keller. It's going to be weird not seeing them out there playing this year. Yeah, definitely. Rylee Shannon, I think, too, as well.
And Reagan Doyle.
Yeah, Reagan. Yeah, yeah. A lot of ladies. You lose a lot, but I'm excited about this year, and I know you ladies are too. And I know you've only been in camp for like a week, okay? But what do you like so far, Rylee, about what you're seeing?
About this year?
Yeah.
I like that we have a lot of new people. It's different. It's not the same old, like we can develop a new thing more than something that's normally always seen.
I
like
get
for
it.
Rockledge, but it'll be new. I think that we have a lot of potential, but
We'll see,
right?
right?
Yeah, we'll see.
Zaria, I know absolutely nothing about Coach Terrence Chapple. Nothing. He is one of the enigmas in Brevard Sports Network's world. I will tell you this: I do like watching him coach. Describe Coach Chapple's coaching style to me.
I think he's a really good coach. He can seem like intimidating from the outside,
Right.
but he's actually a really uppity person. Like
Gotcha.
he's super down on level with us.
I got you.
But he's super serious at the same time. Like we know that we have to take things seriously and then get things done the way that it needs to be done.
Zaria, what is your role on this volleyball? How do you see your role on this volleyball team?
I'm a DS, and I feel like as that person, I'm one who has to talk a lot, talk the most, matter of fact.
Right.
So I'm mostly there when I'm the person that keeps everyone in good spirits. That's what I think I would say about myself, I guess.
Gotcha. Now, do you play any club volleyball, or have you ventured into that world?
I did for Starlings Volleyball Club.
Right.
For all my years that I played. So everything that I know, I've just got it from Coach Fred.
I got you. Coach Fred is awesome. Mm-hmm. Absolutely awesome. Do you play any other sports?
No, sir.
Or volley? Yeah, because I find that volleyball players, their major concentration is volleyball.
It takes a lot of time.
Yeah,
It
it's a
does,
full-time sport. It really is. And it's crazy because, like football players, they'll run track or they'll wrestle. And, baseball and volleyball, those two sports are year-round for the players that take it seriously and play it. Do you want to play in college? Would you like to play in college?
It's an interest.
I got you.
But
you'll see, right?
Yeah.
See how it goes. How about for you, Rylee? Where do you see volleyball for you next year? Or is this something you'll be able to tell your kids one day, you know what? I played volleyball in high school.
Right, yeah. That I was thinking that, but if it comes across that I could play in college, like I might be open-minded to it.
I got you. Now, I know you want to play in college, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a possibility. I've kind of this recent summer, I've kind of come to the conclusion that I'd rather pursue academics. So if the right volleyball opportunity is presented to me, I'm still open-minded to it.
Okay.
But as I have the Bright Future Scholarship through Cambridge, I have all my Florida schools paid for. So if the opportunity to pursue a higher academic school is awaiting, then
I hear you, and that's
pursue that.
I would certainly look at yes. Okay, so that makes complete and utter sense. What have you done, Kellie, this year? Who do you play club for?
I played this past year for Top Select.
Okay, how was your summer? Where did you go? Because I know you travel.
We went to a lot of places. We went to I'm blanking very hard.
That's all right.
We went to 5 different states.
Where was your favorite place you went? Did you have a favorite place that sticks out?
I'd say that
No.
Indianapolis was pretty fun.
Was it?
Mac was still Mac Carter.
Okay.
From Vieira. She was still a part of that team, and so she traveled with my family. And
okay.
My best
You and Mac
friends
are tight.
Yes.
Very tight.
She just left for Tampa volleyball actually.
Oh, okay.
2 days ago, but that was very fun. We were very competitive with all the big teams throughout the qualifiers and all the big tournaments, but in the AAU Nationals, we placed second in the Open division. So
okay, good.
It was very good closing.
Well,
So
I think a lot of people don't understand, like when they say when you say we finished second or third in those club tournaments, people don't understand there's 60 teams that compete, so in each division, right? So when you do that, that's a really, really good tournament. So we are here with members of the Rockledge Raiders volleyball team, and ladies, as I look at your schedule for this year, obviously volleyball in this county has gotten unbelievably competitive. It's really nuts how volleyball has become so competitive, and year in and year out, Rockledge always puts a volleyball team on the floor that is ultra competitive. What expectations, Kellie, we'll start with you with this one. What expectations do you have for this team this year?
I'd say probably the same. We're pretty consistent with our expectations year to year. Depending on who shows up, who makes the team, we keep it consistent that the bar is up here and we always reach for even higher. So we just practice and play really hard, and kind of just as long as we compete and put our hearts on the floor, then the season will be it'll be very successful for us.
I like that answer. Rylee, how would you answer that question?
I think that what Kellie said, as long as we put our all, I think that there's really no higher expectation than that, because when you put your all, it's that's the highest that you should be able to.
Yeah, I mean, you give your best out there.
Right, and I just think as long as everybody, there's a family to Rockledge, I feel, more other than I would say most other schools. I just feel like Rockledge.
There is a special feeling.
It is a special feeling, and as long as that stays on the court, I feel like no expectations or no.
Raider pride means something, doesn't it?
It does.
I mean, it really does. I mean, I obviously covering the entire county, but when I hear Raider pride, I know that stands for something. Zaria, I want to ask you as a DS. I don't envy you girls because I can't imagine what your bodies feel like the next day after a match. I watch you girls fly all over the floor, giving up knees, ankles. I feel like that song. What is it? Ankles, knees, elbows. You know what I mean? That's what I've. And you girls just are flying. How do you recover from one match? Do you have a secret? Is it ice baths? What do you do?
It's really just wear and tear, and then move on through it.
Right.
You're always in pain.
Is there one particular moment? Is there one particular, like, let's say you were playing in a match, right? And you went and dove for a ball and you got hurt and you thought there's no way I'm going to be able to play in the next match, but you did. Is there a moment in time like that that you remember?
Plenty of times.
Let's yeah.
I'm the person on the team that, like, I can't go a practice day without hurting myself.
Right.
So most of the times in games, the things that I'll get hurt is my ankle.
Okay.
But I'll just keep on going, just like twist it a little bit.
I don't know how
like,
you girls
okay,
do
next
it.
point.
I mean, football players think they're tough. They have no idea what a DS does. Flying all over that floor, hitting that floor like that. And you're not wearing shoulder pads and helmets, and that's why we're here with Zaria Smith, Rylee Bourne, and Kellie Cousins from the Rockledge Raiders, a volleyball team. All right. I mean, there's only so much volleyball we can talk, ladies. So let's talk about Rockledge High School. As you're getting ready to be seniors this year, Zaria, we're going to start with you on this one. What are you looking forward to the most? Now, I'm not talking about volleyball. Off the floor, there's prom, there's graduation, there's grad bash, there's all kinds of things as a senior that you're going to get to do. What are you looking forward to doing the most? And it doesn't have to be one thing.
I think I'm looking forward to just graduating in general, and then my nursing program that I'm in. I'm in the class where we're interns and stuff at hospitals.
Okay.
So we basically do nurse works as a high school student.
Let's talk about that a little bit. So, where obviously you want to be a nurse, right? Okay. See, I'm pretty smart. I can put things like that together sometimes. So, so in 5 years you want to be a nurse. Where do you want to go to school after Rockledge? Where do you want to go to college? Do you know?
I would be interested in going out of state.
Okay.
But as of right now, schools that I would have my eye on in Florida is Florida State and FAMU.
Gotcha.
So that's just
The Rattlers.
always been the two schools I've been interested in since elementary school.
Really? Okay. Because I could never be like a nurse or doctor or because I can't handle the gore of this. I can't stomach it. How did you know you wanted to become a nurse?
Because I just love the gore.
Do you really?
Yeah.
So you dig it.
I find it so interesting.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Well, see, I think that's the right approach you got to have if you're going to do that. I need a bucket in another room somewhere if I see blood anywhere. That's just the way it is. Well, good for you, because we have to have great people like yourself that are willing to do these things. Otherwise, we're in a lot of trouble. Rylee, what are you looking forward to the most?
So I'm doing the early admissions program,
Mm-hmm.
and so I'm looking forward to the free time more so than, and just getting a job and having, I don't know, but I'm excited for prom,
Right.
and the graduation.
All that comes with it.
Yeah, all that.
And I apologize, but I know that you're doing the dual enrollment thing. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In the military.
Is that what you want? What branch of the military do you want to join?
The Air Force.
Tell me why.
I have so many family members, and they all say that the Air Force is the best, and I want to fly jets.
You want to fly jets,
yes,
huh? That's
I
what
do.
you. Wow, that's really cool. That is awesome. Kellie, how about you? Oh, okay, so take me through a little bit. We got into your education a little bit, but what are you looking forward to the most as a senior?
I think just the entire senior experience, like the sunrises at the beach and like the skip
Right.
days, prom, our last homecoming.
You
Just
put a plural on that day there, didn't you? Yeah. I'm kidding.
But I think it's just a very cool experience just to be like the top dog at the school, if you will.
No, it is.
But so it's.
What
very
was it
cool
like
experience.
walking in there this week, knowing that was your last first day of high school?
It was. I mean, it was fun,
Yeah.
exhilarating, and sad all at the same time.
Yeah.
So, but just
Okay.
seeing all the freshmen, and then now that we have a freshman Marlee on our team, and her making varsity was kind of like a cool send off for me because it's like I was a freshman on varsity and I'm leaving a freshman on varsity.
Okay, so you feel like a big sister in that aspect. You
yes.
probably all do with that. Yeah.
It's very fun.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I'm planning to pursue an engineering degree after high school.
Mm-hmm.
So this year at the college, I'm taking Calc 2 and Calc 3. So I'll be mathematically advanced in that aspect. So it'd be good for me to pursue that. And I think I'd be a very good engineer. So somewhere in there, I'll be chasing a degree somewhere, and hopefully have a steady job by the time I'm out, and just be prepared to, have a good life after that with traveling and family and all that. I can
certainly see you doing that. All of you doing that: a nurse, a pilot, and an engineer. Calc was my academic downfall. It really, truly was. My senior year, I did not know what I wanted to take, and I had a coach talk me into taking calculus. And it was the beginning of the downfall of my GPA. I mean, it just right down the tubes. Never got past it. Couldn't just not a math guy. Stat guy, yes. Math guy, no. That's awesome, ladies. All right, let's find out a little bit about yourself. Tell me a little bit about you off the floor. Like, how do you relax? How do you chill out? Like, if I picked up your phone right now, what's the last song you listened to?
I
don't know.
This is okay. I'm kind of like I listen to like mellow music or R&B.
Okay. Don't make me feel old now. Go ahead.
No, but it's like I have random times where I'm just giving myself a disclaimer.
Okay.
I have random times where I listen to like sad music.
Okay.
But the last song that I listened to, it was
she's the first one to ever do that. Give her a hand, because you know what? I always ask that question and nobody ever looks at their phone. Go ahead.
I think it was Speedway by Lizzie McAlfee. I think that's what the song's called.
Now, everybody has that place where they like to go for that like, say you have a good match, right? You say, Mom, I want to go out to eat tonight. This is where I want to go, and this is what I want to order. Where is that place, and what are you ordering?
Texas Roadhouse.
What are you getting?
12-ounce ribeye. With loaded mashed potatoes.
Okay.
And green beans.
I got you. And tell me a little bit about your family.
I have a big family.
Yeah.
I have 2 sisters.
Okay.
Bree and Vaughn. Then I have my brother Daryl Smith.
Okay.
He's on the football team.
Mm-hmm.
And then my dad, Daryl Smith, and
my
mom, Monica.
So is your family competitive?
Very.
All right, let's talk about that for a minute. Who's the best athlete in the family?
My brother.
Is he really? Okay. Well, you know what? Good for you, because you're probably one of the first ones to ever sit there and not say me. So there you go. Okay. I like the honesty there. Yeah, Daryl's a good football player. He really is. So is your dad, right? Your dad played football, right?
I think in high school.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure your dad was a pretty good football player too. Tell me about you and what you do. How do you relax?
I'd say fishing.
Yeah?
A lot. Yeah.
Okay. Did you say fishing? What do you like to catch?
We go offshore most of the time.
Okay, so you're catching are you catching tuna and things like that?
Oh, maybe not tuna.
Okay.
That's a little bit further.
What are you catching?
Kingfish, snapper, different types of snapper, yeah.
Okay.
Most of the time.
All right. So where's that go-to place for you? Where's that comfort restaurant, and what are you ordering?
Carrabba's, for
All
sure.
right. What are you getting from Carrabba's?
The Johnny.
You know, I've been in Florida for 13 years. I've never been to Carrabba's.
No way.
Can you believe that?
I went
No.
last night.
Now, what's the other one? Olive Garden. I go there all the time, but
Yeah,
I've never
that's
been to Carrabba's. All right, I'm going to have to go. What's the last song you listened to on your phone? Go ahead.
I don't even know.
I guess I should pull mine up too.
I was about to.
Love on the Brain by Rihanna.
Okay, there you go.
So
there
more like R&B, 2010s, top hits. Yeah.
Newer R&B or older R&B?
Older.
Older
sure.
R.
Yeah.
Yeah, older R&B is where it is. Yeah, that's for sure. Kelly, what? Tell me about. Well, you know what? Let me go back to Rylee. Tell me about your family, Rylee.
Oh, I have 4 sisters.
Wow.
Oh, 3 sisters.
So 3 other
And,
sisters.
yes.
4 of you total.
And 1 brother. All Rockledge alumni.
Yes.
And my mom too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So when your family's a Raider family, so is yours, right? No. Okay. I thought. Okay. All
My
right.
family comes from Tampa.
Tampa. Okay. All right. All right. So what part of Tampa? Okay. All right. Okay. Kelly, how about you? What do you do to relax? Because I know you play an awful lot of volleyball with the club and the travel and this, that, and the other. But how do you relax? When do you relax?
Well, whenever I do get free time, I'm usually on a boat fishing somewhere.
Yeah.
Whether it's out of the port or Sebastian, we usually go offshore.
Okay.
Or Crystal River. We just went scalloping in Crystal River this past weekend.
How was that? Was that fun?
It was very fun.
Was it?
My first time.
How
ever.
do you scallop?
We went with the baseball player for Rockledge, Bryce Turner.
Okay.
And Ezra Fafford.
Yeah, he just committed. Yeah.
Yes, he did. Very exciting.
Yeah.
But he's kind of like our co-captain when he comes with us. And
Oh, is he?
yeah, he's real close to my dad, so he'll just drive the boat all day. But he puts on to some spots, and then we just swim around and collect them and whatnot.
Do you eat them?
I tried them. I didn't like them.
Right.
Everybody else ate them.
Yeah, I'm not a seafood eater. I don't know what it is about seafood, fish. Now I'll eat like crabs and lobster.
I
But
don't mind lobster. If it's got like a fishy taste to it, I don't like it. But majority of the fish we catch, I'll eat. It's just like the salmon and then the crab. I don't mind.
that is
at
me.
all.
That is me. Now I
No
won't
big
eat
deal.
salmon either. But yes, that is it. My mother. I'm from Baltimore, and the fact that I don't eat seafood, absolutely. My family. I mean, there have been actually been members that have claimed to have disowned me because I don't eat seafood, but I don't like it. I don't like it. What's the last what's the last song on your phone?
It was 2 Dozen Roses by Shenandoah.
Okay, 2 Dozen Roses. And then where's that go-to restaurant for you?
Probably Texas Roadhouse too.
What are you getting there?
Well, for starters, the rolls.
Yes, the rolls are good.
I have room in my stomach,
But you can't fill up on them.
I get like a 6-ounce sirloin.
Wow. Okay. How do you get your steak cooked?
Rare.
Really? Good for you. Not too afraid. But that's how you should get it. But good for you. How about you?
Medium rare. More
Yeah,
rare
I'm medium
sides,
myself. Well, you said medium, or I'm more medium. Wow, that's awesome that you do that. Very cool. You don't find many student athletes, 17, 18, 19-year-old people that will order their steaks rare. I'm proud of you. Good for you. That's awesome. Because that's the way
only
it should be. That's
the-
it?
That's the only way to eat it.
Oh, yeah? You
Yeah,
do
yeah.
too? Okay. All right.
Actually.
Wow. Caleb, you could learn a thing or two here, buddy. Yeah, right? Ladies, I mean, can you believe we've been doing this for almost 30 minutes already? But we're not done yet. I want to talk. Let's have some fun with your team. So you're the 3 seniors. So you are the ladies that get to make this determination. So if I asked you, who on the team already that you know, who takes the longest to get ready? Whether to come out onto the court, who just takes the longest to get ready?
I don't know yet,
It's a
but
tough
I know
question.
we do typically have a few late comers to practice.
Yeah?
Being
Oh,
Oh.
Callie.
or Callie.
Okay.
But they typically come dressed, so
There you go.
It's
So
not-
they
it's
come
not
in
like
and ready to go.
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm good with I was that way,
There's no
too.
discredit to
I was
that.
that way. I get it. Look, you come, you get in, you get ready to go, right? I'm with you. Who is the the person out there on the floor? Coach will call a play, and they're overanalyzing everything in a good way. But you're like, come on, let's go. Who's the overanalyzer on the team?
I'd say Kellie or Layla Lee.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see Kelly putting pieces. Yeah, I could see that. Kelly putting things into place there. Tell me one thing we need to know about Coach Chapple. One thing. Kelly, start with you. Tell me something we don't know.
Something you don't know.
We don't know. It's general in
Okay.
general.
Our volleyball practice are also track practices.
Are they? You run a lot, do you?
Not as much this year, but in past years we have done a lot of running. But I will say that it has prepared us for the 5-set matches. So
I got you. Okay.
But I think it's also just a good consequence for us to make sure we're focused all the time, because those six-a-week practices, by the end of the week, we're typically just ready for the weekend or a break, and we stay pretty focused when there's
ready
running on the line.
to do that relaxing.
Yes.
You're right. What's the most important thing about being a Rockledge Raider?
Most important thing.
Yeah.
I'd say just to be nice.
That Raider pride.
Yeah, the Raider pride. Just
because I posed that question to you because your entire family are Raiders, right?
Right.
So okay, all right. So that's an unfair question. So let me ask you this question: how would you define Raider pride?
I define it by we bleed Raider blue. That's the second part to the saying. It's basically that.
Well, there are two parts.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
It's like a whole saying, kind of. But
wait a minute. You went there. Yes, you've been my producer for 5 years. You've never. We have.
We have. We are Rockledge. We bleed Raider blue. Raider pride. Raider pride.
Mm-hmm.
Is he right?
Yeah.
He is right.
No, is he really? You don't have to live with that the rest of the day,
Yeah.
right?
But I think that the We Bleed Raider Blue really speaks out for the Raider pride too, because the fact that it's so family-like and that we all bleed the same blood, basically,
No, I
Raider
get you.
blue. Like, it just, I don't.
Will your
yeah.
children be Raiders?
Hopefully.
There you go.
I think so, yeah.
You get the hard question. And the hard question is, if I said, Zaria, you get to tell me what the mantra is, what this team is this year. Like, if you could tell me one sentence about this volleyball team this year, based on what you know already. Now, it's unfair because it's early, but based on what you see, what's that? What do we need to know about this team this year?
I don't know if I could put that in a sentence.
How about one word?
Family.
Family? I like that. And it goes with Raider pride. Ladies, this has been pretty awesome getting to know you all. And so when we come and do 3-4 games this year and I interview you afterwards, we will have already met. So I think that's pretty awesome. Anybody got any final thoughts? No?
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm glad you could come in. I always want the Raiders to come in. I do have one more question. You all, Vieira and Merritt Island, have the craziest student sections in Brevard County.
Yeah.
I absolutely love the student sections. I don't think they get enough credit. And I also don't think people understand, like, they don't matter in football. And I don't want to hurt football fans' feelings. But you can, you don't really hear the crowd. I mean, every time a football player tells you they hear the crowd, they're not telling you the truth. Unless you're in like the NFL where there's 75,000 people in the stands, you don't really hear it. And they aren't loud enough to drown out the other team making calls. And I love baseball and softball. We broadcast it, but not enough people show up sometimes to make a difference. But volleyball's different now because students, if you get a home game, your student section really gets on the other team, and I love that. Do you hear them, and do you sometimes hear what they say and laugh?
I love our school because they're so supportive, and then they'll even go to the away games with us.
Yes.
And then I'm the cheerleader of the team,
right?
So I'm like, I always create cheers. I
Okay.
always head the cheers. And it's just like, if I'm on the sidelines or something, I'll get involved with the students. And yeah, on the court, I can hear them too.
Yeah.
And depending on what they say or what cheer they use, it always makes me laugh.
That's good. Rylee, do you hear them?
I do hear them.
And it helps you, right?
Mm-hmm, it pumps you up, yeah.
Kellie, they created a special song or whatever cheer for you last year. I thought Caden Canada, I think it was, created something. I know you hear them. How do you ever laugh when you hear them? Or
Yeah, I mean, it's always funny. I mean, I've been here for 4 years, so they've gotten to know me more and more. And
Yeah.
so it's just it's very fun and exciting. And when they come, they definitely help us bring up our energy, which I think does, in fact, help our play. So
no, I agree. I love your students, and they're crazy. I mean,
Yes.
they're just crazy, and they're a lot of fun. A lot of times, those student sections, and I want to give props, are some football players, but for the most part, it's generally the baseball teams from these schools that do it. I know it is at Rockledge in a lot of instances. I know it is at Vieira, and I'm pretty sure at Merritt Island it is as well. The 21st against the Titusville Terriers, and then it's the 22nd against Satellite. You've seen their schedule on the screen as we've been doing this. But, ladies, thank you so much for coming in the studio here today. So that'll wrap it up, and this will also conclude our preseason interviews with all sports. Save the best for last with the Rockledge Raiders volleyball program. So I want to thank, what's the team's mom's name again?
Takara.
It's Miss Takara for helping me get this set up. Coach Chapel and these fine young ladies for coming in here today. And Zaria Smith, Rylee Bourne, and Kellie Cousins. I want to thank Caleb for setting this all up because we do a lot in a confined space, and Caleb does a good job with that. So for the Rockledge Raiders volleyball program, I'm Alan Slaughterzinski for the Brevard Sports Network.